Hey, for Kelsey at the movies! Yay!
So we went and saw the movie The Upside.
It's a movie.
Kevin Hart, Bryan Cranston, Nicole Kidman. I made like a funny little joke on my Instagram stories that we were off to go see The Upside, and that the downside was I didn't think it was going to be very good.
But both funny and historically accurate, because on this particular day we only had a few different choices, and you weren't really feeling the upside.
What? Like, I mean, I went to another theater we don't normally go to, went through their movies, and then found some kind of obscure
pulled out some obscure
that Kelsey was like,
foreign film. I was like, hold on, what?
It wasn't foreign.
Whatever it was.
Julia Roberts in it. What I can tell you is that I was happily surprised. I enjoyed this movie.
It's basically the movie you think you're getting with the previews, which
I thought it was a little better than what I thought I was going to get with the previews.
All right, well, I guess, yeah. I know that Cranston is quite renowned as an actor. I always love Kevin Hart. He's really great at playing Kevin Hart. And he's really funny and likable. And so I thought it would be good. I thought the story was based on a true story. It seemed like a kind of story. I don't know. It's good to see this type of story and get more into that.
So, Kelsey, go, wait, or skip.
I think we should go see this movie. I love films that are like this movie in that they're entertaining. They have a positive message. As you know, like one of my favorite things to see on film are love stories, particularly when they aren't
romantic.
The traditional love story of romantic love, but like real, true love. And I thought this checked all the boxes for me.
For me, I will say wait. I totally thought that this would be a skip. So I'm happy to say wait. Only because it was good and had a good message, but it was still, like, it could have had a little bit more. So I don't think it necessarily warrants going out to the theater to go and see it. I feel confident this movie is going to come pretty quickly to some free platforms or whatever you have on cable or whatnot. But it did have, I think you could just wait and see it then.
Spoilers! Ring, ring. Hello? Spoiler time!
Okay.
Spoilers, that's what I said. Hold on, yeah.
Bryan Cranston played a character that got injured in a paragliding accident and was paralyzed from the neck down. Lost his wife to cancer sometime right around the time of his injury. Kevin Hart played a character who was somewhat estranged from his ex-wife and his son. Had just gotten out of jail.
Yeah, he's on parole.
And so
trying to make a better life.
Kind of. You know, at the beginning of the movie, he wasn't quite ready to do that.
It's hard to break old habits.
But he kind of, by happenstance, or by, what do you call that? When, like, fate, serendipity, I don't know what the right word is, ends up interviewing for this life auxiliary position. Yeah. Because Bryan Cranston's character has lost the will to live, he's like, this is the guy I want to take care of me.
That, or maybe he just wanted something different.
Different, instead of somebody
they never really go into exactly the reason why.
Like, oh, you're so amazing, and I'm going to be your hands and your feet. And so, you know.
And this guy, because Kevin Hart's character, like, wasn't used to that kind of environment and was totally keeping it real, you know, and like talking to him. I think he liked talking to him like he's a real person, because he is a real person.
And didn't
just because someone has a disability or mental illness or the color of skin or whatever it is that we make up in our heads why we should treat them differently, he was just a human being and he wanted to be treated like a human being.
Yeah. And so that was kind of the setup for the whole movie, and it just went on from there. When I saw the trailer, some of the jokes seemed a little cheesy to me, and then some of the parts that were supposed to be, like, hit you emotionally also were cheesy to me. So that's why I didn't want to see the movie. But when I actually saw everything kind of all put together, I thought it, like, came together really well. And I was kind of surprised, because I think the last time we saw it had a 33 on Rotten Tomatoes, and that seems kind of low to me. Like, maybe these critics have kind of lost their heart and soul.
Yeah, they lost touch with reality, because
and
this was
aren't willing to like just accept like a movie with a good positive message. And I like what you said about the movie.
Right.
About it being about love. And so what we saw like two men
from different backgrounds, socially, racially,
economically,
however you want to put it.
Yeah. Very different.
They're very different, but both of them loved each other.
Yeah.
And that didn't mean that either of them treated each other perfectly, because humans often do not. But they didn't have to. I mean, even at the end of the story, after Kevin Hart's character is fired for nothing, basically, just because this guy was in a bad mood, at the end of the story, it's those two with a moment together and just a lasting friendship that can happen between any two human beings. I really love that type of story, and I think it's an important in both today's culture and in all cultures over all times, that kind of story.
And Kevin Hart did a really good job, and I was afraid that in this type of movie that he might play it too silly, but I thought he played the character really well and in a genuine way. So there's a particular scene where he creates this piece of art. It's his first try at creating art. You know, his employer is so into art, and so it's like when you see it, you're kind of like, oh. But the way he played that character, unveiling, and this is a really vulnerable moment to share like a piece of art you created. When he unveils that, like he is so vulnerable, but he's so honest. Like it's like watching like an adult who like gets into the mind of like their inner child. Like I thought he just did an excellent job. And the other thing this movie did really well is I thought was realistic. And this has been like an ongoing theme with me that I've noticed in movies and really appreciated. So like when Bryan Cranston's character goes on almost a blind date, that interaction between them, they could have like went over the top and really villainized this woman because basically she's like, this is a lot. She's feeding him on their date, you know? And she's like, this was more than I thought it was going to be. And he's hurt, right? But she's also being honest. Mm-hmm. So both those things exist, and nobody's necessarily wrong for what happened. Yeah. But they just let that like unfold, and they didn't like go on to be like, oh, she's a horrible person. Like we should all like pretend that if all of a sudden like Kelsey was paralyzed from the neck down, it would be quite the transition for me. You know, yeah. Like my whole life would change, and it would be hard at first. So I thought that was really good part of the movie.
I guess I wonder what the audience is probably wondering. Why did you say to wait on this movie then?
Oh, because there were parts of the movie, so like some of the jokes and some of the like more heart-touching moments, they could have been like done a little bit better. I just think like overall the movie could have been done a little bit better, but it was good. So I just like, you know, go see it at the movies. Like I don't know, it didn't like, I don't know. Maybe I'm in between a wait and a go, you know?
Okay. So,
maybe it's like a yeah.
Or
whoa.
Whoa.
But not whoa like stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
we don't know. We'll have to work on that. I agree with you for the most part. And you were talking about in the previews how there were like cheesy moments. Those cheesy moments are in the movie. And they're still cheesy, but they're just spread over time.
It's spread over time, and then there's more context. So, like, honestly, I think whoever made the trailer, because that's different, oftentimes is different from the movie maker, I think maybe they didn't do such a great job.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate because the trailer can also color how critics go in to see a movie and then result in, like, lower, like, reviews or what have you. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Do it now. Hey, it's for Chelsea at the movies.
Yay! That came out weird.
Yay! Hello, everybody. Lately, but let's talk. Should you go wait or?
So, Kelsey, go wait or skip.
Yeah. What'd I give the J-Lo flick? Do you remember? I want to be consistent. I'm just gonna say go. Go see the movie. Can we just start over? So spoilers.
Spoilers.
I didn't expect at the end of the movie. I don't have to. We're never gonna know. We'll never know.
If Kelsey remembers, I'll put it at the bottom of the screen.
Instead, enjoy this song about nothing.
All right. I guess our review is done now.
Yep. And that's the end of Real Movies with Kelsey and Chelsea.
That's not even anywhere close.